So here we go then. Welcome back to another edition of Game Day, the show where I get the thoughts from the KOA Army. We're arrived in Sheffield, sunny Sheffield, here at Hillsborough as Town take on Sheffield Wednesday in this big League One clash. It's crunch time for the Blues. Can they remain unbeaten? We shall wait and see. I want to go and have a little wander and I'll get the team news. Let's see who's starting. Okay then, team news has just dropped and I'm joined by good old Lewis. Three changes. We were wondering what was going to happen with Cameron Burgess. Edmondson's coming for him. And strike force is very different. John Jules and Kane Jackson start. Your thoughts, my friend?
Well, I mean, firstly, it's so great to be on from the start. It's amazing to be on this early. We'll have to fast forward next time. No, team news. I was quite excited for today's team news. Obviously, unfortunately, Burgess, I mean, he's been playing well, and I would have liked him to have, had a good run in the team. But obviously, after the injury and we knew he'd be out, I was sort of hoping to see Greg Lee in that role and sort of balance out the back three and properly overlapping. But we've gone with Edmondson, so I'm sure George will have a good game. As for up front, John Jules was here on loan last year, I believe, second half of last year.
Got injured very quickly.
He did, yes. So, but might know a little bit. Jackson, I always like Caden, but they are a very big physical team. So I think it's an idea of we're not going to play them at their game, we're going to try and play them at ours. Which I think is the lineup we've gone for. We've got Ladapo and Hadmi on the bench if needs be. I think it's a good lineup. I never know what to think going into a game like this. It's difficult. As an Ipswich fan, we've been trained to fear that we're going to lose these 7-0. So hoping for a 1-1 draw wouldn't surprise me if it's 0-0 today.
All right, Lou, thanks for joining me. Bring it on. Well. 2-2 here against Sheffield Wednesday. Ben, thanks for joining me first of all, my friend. Hope you had a good birthday. Here, Hillsborough, 2-0 up, 2-2. A point, we'll take that before the game, by the way. But your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, it's a bit of a scrappy game. It wasn't a great game. I don't think it was a great advert for League One. I don't think we were at our best. Wednesday pressed us quite high and we couldn't get beyond that press to find those gaps that we did on Tuesday night. Obviously, Bristol Rovers are a poorer team than Sheffield Wednesday. I wouldn't be a big fan of being a season ticket holder here at Hillsborough. I'm sure if only Sheffield Wednesday fans are watching this, they'll be thinking I'm creating some controversy, but they don't play a great brand of football. They get it. They play percentage football. They get Barry Bannon on the ball, who's an excellent player, probably one of the best in League One, if not the best. Get it in the corners, win free kicks, win set pieces, get it in the box. And there's nothing wrong with playing that way in this league if you've got quality, which they do. It's just a shame as a Town fan coming today, lots of fans have come a long, long way, and you go 2-0 up. I mean, a dreadful second goal from their perspective. Dreadful defended by Orfer. We know what he was like when he was with us, and he's come back and almost like he was an Ipswich Town player today. Thank you very much, Dominic. But at that point, you think, shut up shop, put them away. We didn't play enough on the break, bringing Jackson off. You can point fingers here and there, but essentially, I don't think we played well enough to come away with the 3 points. And throughout the whole game, we went 1-0 up. Edmondson, good run through the middle of the park, but that was a tackle that went through and it ricocheted through to Jackson, which is a slice of luck. Great finish, took advantage of it. Brilliant. But I'm sure there'll be plenty of Town fans that will feel demoralised after that. And I completely understand it. Football is an emotional game, but trying to be objective today, to come to Hillsborough, we're a point away from home, we're top of the league. I'm not going to complain about that too much. I'm going to look forward to a few beers in Sheffield tonight and trying to stay positive, looking ahead to Plymouth next week and another tough game. So we take the point, we take our medicine. Not an ideal afternoon, but I think overall, both teams weren't really at it today. More or less a fair result.
Tom, man, that's all I need. Cheers, mate. Up next, I'm joined by good old John Watson. And guess who I've just bumped into? It's good old Callie. 2-2 boys. Still unbeaten, still top of the league. But Callie, your thoughts, my friend?
I think it's the manner of defeat. It's not a defeat, but see that last goal, I'm saying it's a defeat. It's just the manner late in there. We bossed them first half. I think Jackson scored 4th, 5th minute, was it?
Yeah.
You know, Jackson getting a goal, that was good to see. We've played some really beautiful football today, but then I don't know whether it was the mixture of them bringing on their, was it Gregory? And then maybe we changed our defensive shape or something, but we didn't seem to play our game towards the end of the game, and we kind of let our game be dictated to us by Sheffield. And, you know, unfortunately, I've been heard that possibly the second goal may have been offside, but, you know, we should be putting the teams to bed. There was a couple of half chances we had where I think it drops the harness in the box. Another game, he smashes that top bins. But let's try and take the positives, you know, as much as it feels now, we're still top of the league, we're still undefeated. Portsmouth didn't win, so we're the same as we started off at 3 o'clock today. So we'd lost nothing, but we've really got to now build against Portsmouth, Plymouth, and, well, Plymouth goes ahead. But let's see, man, let's see. I'm going to drown my sorrows with something later.
Yes, mate. And John, typical Ipswich, really. We're known to this, but of course we've got a great team under Kieran McKenna and co.
Yep.
But it does feel like a defeat, as Caddy said. We would have took a point before kick-off, but 2-0 up and all that. Your thoughts, my friend?
Absolutely. I think tactically, first half, you know, I think before the game I was expecting a Dapo to start, but yeah, McKenna knows what he's talking about, and he had a game plan. Iorfa was in all sorts of bother with Jackson's pace behind that, and we isolated their centre halves, the either side of the centre halves. I thought Burns had some space. Wes isn't on fire at the moment, is he? He's nowhere near his own high standards of last year. But I thought, you know, we took chances and we got a bit lucky with our second. It was a scrappy game in places, but hey, I've been to this place a fair few times and seen worse results, and we're still sitting top of the league. You know, they're going away singing and happy that they got a point at home to us. It only feels disappointing because we were 2-0 up. So there's things we can learn from that. But overall, you know, like you said, Ross, if we were offered a point before the game, most of us would have taken it. But it does feel a little bit disappointing. But, you know, did I expect any more? No. Did I hope for more? A little bit more. But so, yeah. But, hey, can't complain, top of the league. What's that, 5 away games and we won 4 and drawn 1? Yeah. That's good form.
I'm sorry, I like at the end of the game, whistle's gone. The reaction of the players was, you know, they look annoyed, right? Yeah. So you know that's going to be a long coach ride home back to Suffolk. You know, so and you know those coaches don't go over 60 miles an hour. So it's going to be long for them. They're going to have some good conversations in there. You've got some leaders in the dressing room as well. So it's going to be hopefully buck up, let's go again, and now let's look where we went wrong, because it's just finishing those chances. Yeah. But it was good, you know, it's better than last year. Last year we were awful. Yeah. And this year we've come here, we could have really come away with 3 points. They're lucky to get a draw, but again, they get the draw to it's our own kind of problems. Yeah. We've caused our own issues, I think. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, let's do it, man. We're still going up. We're still going to the championship. We're still going to be number 1, and you'll see it. So yeah, subscribe KOA.
Boom. Okay, now joined by Lewis once again. I spoke to you pre-match, and you went for a goalless draw, but today, Desmond's just still a bit deflated, really, 2-0 up. But your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I think this is one of those games where emotion as a fan takes over, and I honestly, at full time, I had to remind myself we hadn't lost. Yeah. It was that feeling of, we've got nothing from this. No, we got a point, and they didn't beat us. I think in the week, once we've slept on it, we'll look at this and go, yeah, we've come to Hillsborough and we've gotten a point. My one small criticism, we weren't at our best today, which is fine. No team is 100% for 46 games of the season. No team, ever. Doesn't happen. Your job is when you're not at your best to make sure you come away with points and can still see out wins. That's how promotion teams get promoted. My one criticism is when you go 2-0 up in a game with 20 minutes to go, we've just got to be smarter. We really have. We gave them lots and lots of cheap, sloppy fouls. They've got Barry Bannon is a really, really quality footballer and will put balls into really good areas consistently. And they've got big players, you know, I mean, Michael Smith up front, 6'6", and Rotherham, he knows how to score in League One. You're just inviting it at that point. We've got to be slightly smarter than that. That's my only criticism. We weren't great today, nor were they. The refs were far worse. We got a lot of luck from the ref, but regardless, they were pretty bad.
It was a very scrappy game, weren't it?
Oh, yeah.
Very scrappy game. And it was going to be against two of the big dogs in League
Yeah.
One. Let's talk about, we haven't had an opportunity on game day just yet to talk about certain players during the game for you. You know, what sort of players stuck out for you? Your man of the match. You know, it's good to see Kane Jackson on the score sheet again. You know, starting, Kieran McKenna giving that trust to him, scored early on. Yeah, stand-up players.
Jackson was the first name that popped into my head as soon as you said to mention a man of the match. Absolutely, he just ran his socks off today. He was brilliant, and it's what you get from Caden. I've always really liked Caden. I think you obviously need to fit a system that works for him. He played off the left today instead of down the middle, and it worked really, really well. He got his goal straight away, and he took it. It's so rare that we take the first chance that comes our way. I can't remember the last time I've been to a game and after 2 minutes we've scored. It just doesn't happen. So, no, really good. Sam Morsey as well, as always, very, very good. Me and John were in the stands. We were counting for everyone who had a yellow card about 65 minutes into the game. We were like, Sam Morsey hasn't been booked. What's going on here? And then about 2 minutes later we got booked. But yeah, I think overall Wolverhampton had a good game today. Leif Davis was solid. I really like Leif Davis. Every time I see him, he seems to get better. He's really growing into it. Greg Lee wasn't as good when he came on, but overall, individually, we were okay. A couple of good performances, but not the standard we'd want to be setting this year. So, pressure on Plymouth. We need a good performance. I would take a draw, a good performance and a draw.
And we're on Sky, by the way, so normally we lose on Sky.
Oh,
so,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But we're unbeaten still top of the league, still a lot of positive to take from this.
Oh, yeah.
But just dropping that 2-0 lead, it's just like, and you just said leaving the ground, you just feel like defeat. But
yeah, so learn. That's the big thing. This is a learning experience, so the guys will learn from this, and they'll know what that feels like. And next time we're 2-0 up, when we're 2-0 up against home to Portsmouth in 2 weeks' time, we're not going to do the same thing.
Top man, thanks man. Okay, finally on game day we have joined by good old Liam from Crew. Liam, it's been a great video, but some deflating voices. Your thoughts, my friend?
I don't know really how to sum it up, to be honest. Would have taken a point at the start of the game, and then the way that we ended up with a point, it does feel more like a loss, because literally I think we were... it was Town versus Bannon in the end. Defensively, I thought Sheffield Wednesday were there for the taking, and midfield-wise, it was just him pulling the strings, and then they've got their bruises up front that they ping the ball into. We were the better footballing side. We're a bit, first 5, 10, 15 minutes, Evans, for me, gave the ball away a lot. Walton had his moment. We looked a bit nervy, but the goal settled us down. We're still a little bit giving the ball away a little bit first half, but second half I thought we had a lot more control. We kept the ball a lot better. They started getting more and more frustrated. We had better chances on the break, and then we get the second goal, and I don't think the break helped us, to be honest. We were waiting for a good 2-3 minutes while referee ran off to the managers for whatever reason, and then they win a free kick straight away from the kick-off, and Bannon, moment of brilliance really, just quick thinking, and then the pass. I mean, I've seen the goal now, I've seen a still of it, and it looks miles offside, so the linesman has clearly gone to sleep, but it's Bannon again, isn't it? The pass from Bannon, really good, and it was him. There was no other player on that pitch for Sheffield Wednesday that was going to pull them out of the fire apart from him. So we're top of the league. We take the point. But it feels a little bit like the reverse of last season, when we obviously came away with a point right at the end at Portman Road last year, when Wednesday looked like they were going to win it. So look, it's a tough run of games, but we'll take the point, move on to Plymouth, and hopefully we'll get out of this period with still the momentum that we've got, because we're playing really good football.
You are indeed, my friend. Well, Liam, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching, everyone. Another edition of Game Day. See you next time.